I don't think that they're going to kill each other. Molly, your keyboard is clean? Hell yeah, dude. So what you're telling me is that the keyboard duster did not kill you. Nice.
Can the defiled be consecrated? Can the fallen find rest?
Can the defiled be consecrated? No.
Mind that such missteps are the exception,
Dave,
and
no.
not the rule.
Oh. Dave, great job. You're just disgusted by your keyboard? Need to drink more water. Like I've said, I tend to get into the groove here, and then I just stop drinking water. I'm gonna start drinking more water. No, Dave! He has read a book and now he's stressed out. What book did Dave just read that stressed him out? I'm gonna say he probably just read The Hungry Caterpillar. And now he's terrified. I'm very sorry. Ready Player One. Also a good answer. 50 Shades of Grey. That'll stress me out as well. You guys know anyone who's read 50 Shades of Grey? I don't think I do. Okay, better question. Do you guys know anyone who has seen the movie 50 Shades of Grey? You read a page once. How was it, Cranberry? Oh, I need to stand up. I have not been standing. Molly, you've seen every movie? I mean, you gotta tell me more. Are they good?
A decisive pummeling.
Oh my god, you guys have seen the movie? How is the movie? Also, aren't there multiple? There's like 3 movies, I think. Where am I? Go ahead and, idiot.
Their
Nice
formation
job.
is broken.
I'm standing
Maintain
currently.
the
If you
offensive.
haven't stood up in a while, please stand up. Stretch your legs. Drink some water.
Slowly.
Listen to a podcast that watches bad movies. You are talking about last podcast on the left, aren't you? The worst movie I've ever watched. I don't know. I don't watch a lot. I mean, I don't really watch a lot of bad movies. I don't watch a lot of movies, period. The Flophouse. I don't know. You see, I guessed at last podcast on the left because, or that's not even the right one. Sorry. That's definitely the wrong podcast. That's the conspiracy
If only
theory
treasure
podcast
could
my friends
staunch
listen
the
to.
flow of otherworldly
The what I was meant to say there was Red Letter Media, but I don't think they're considered a podcast, are they? First movie was kind of unrealistic, but it's a fan fiction. Okay. You've yet to like a podcast. Yeah, last podcast on the left was the wrong answer. It's just the one that I remembered that popped into my brain. So how many podcasts have you tried, Molly? Oh my god, Clover, please.
the slow death, unforeseen.
I haven't listened to a podcast in a while, because I spend most of the time that I would be listening to a podcast, I just turn on a Twitch stream. Or watch a YouTube video. First movie you ever watched was Your Friend and I Am Too Young to Watch Bruno. I have never seen Bruno. Molly, you've listened to 3 podcasts. You drive 3 hours when you go to school. That sounds terrible. But it sounds like great timing to watch,
Be gone, fiend.
or listen to a podcast. Yeah.
Remind yourself that overconfidence
Overclownfidence.
is a slow and insidious killer.
Is a slow and insidious killer.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Would you consider a like
Watch your step.
the Dungeons and Dragons formatting that they do in these day and age. Would you consider Critical Role a podcast? That's what I'm eventually going to get to here. I would say that I think it is worthy of being considered a podcast.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Vietnam flashbacks from when I made the hacks pun yesterday. Oh. Probably the peak of a podcast format. Yeah, I would say so. There's like one other podcast style series that I've watched. I've watched It Me JP's Roleplay. I used to. I don't watch it recently.
Another one falls.
But they've had some good campaigns on that show as well. I should really finish Critical Role. I was like,
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
why, Ancestor, I need you to shut up. I'm trying to talk here. I watched like 80 something episodes of Critical Role, and then I just was like, alright, that's enough. I'm like probably 20 episodes away from being done, but I just kind of was like, alright, I've watched enough. It's a great show, like absolutely, but I don't know. I just kind of went, eh. When I was watching it too, I was in a Dungeons and Dragons group, and since then, my Dungeons and Dragon group has no longer been active. What happens if I throw holy water on this? I think it's a buff. Let me look. Where am I? I'm in the ruins. It's just a buff. Oh, it's a buff either way. Matthew Mercer seems like a great DM, but with D&D you prefer a more loose style. It's a little too rigid for you. I mean, that's fair. Campaign 2 is better. I've heard that, but I don't know. I didn't hear that in time, basically.
His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
I dropped right into season 1, episode 1, and just kind of went from there. I think that if you've seen the series, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. Or if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. But what I can say is I feel like the first roughly 26 episodes feel very strange in that show. And then they make a change and it starts to feel less strange. Yeah, you can see traps if they get scouted, basically. Yeah. Uh-huh. But I have heard that season 2 is a lot better than season 1. But at this point, I'm like, I'm too far in. Oh, Mr. Pickle, please. You can't keep getting away with it. So many cool podcasts besides D&D ones. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I just like, oh, you're a fan of podcasts? Name one. Name all of them. Sorry, I messed up the joke. Or did I?
Executed with
You crit the guy at 1 HP and the guy who needed to be hit dodged. Very cool, Kanye. I remember, so there's this... Cereal is amazing. It's the one that everyone always says they like. I have literally never heard of this. I've literally never heard of anyone talk about a podcast that is by the name of Cereal. This isn't exactly this isn't a podcast, but there was a time where I was searching through Spotify just for like something. Oh my god, Reply All is a good podcast. I haven't as people name off podcasts, I just go, man, I haven't heard of any of these.
Weapon that cuts on its own.
I guess I just don't spend a lot of time looking for podcasts. No.
Dazed, reeling, about
No.
to break.
No. Investigative journalist does a deep dive on crime stuff. Season 1 was a crazy complicated murder by a high school kid. Ah. And that high school kid's name? Albert Einstein.
Continually
crit, dude.
onslaught. Destroy them all.
So I was doing
As the
a
fiend falls,
deep dive on
hope
Spotify.
blossoms.
I was looking around. I don't remember, but something made me go, I want to look for podcasts in a styling where it's like they're telling a story. And I ended up finding, don't ask me for any details about this because I do not remember what it was called, but I found this very interesting.
A handsome reward.
You just made
for a
gold?
task well performed.
Clover, you made gold? Details, what was it called? Ah, well, when you put it like that. No, so while I was searching, I found this, what do you call it even? For lack of a better term, I'm going to call it a podcast, but calling it a podcast is not entirely accurate. But I found this thing where it was essentially a story being told entirely through Spotify. Like, each Spotify episode was like 30 minutes and it told a different piece of this story. And it was just like a bunch of sci-fi. It was supposed to be like a sci-fi horror story that gets told one piece at a time. What am I doing here? This is fine.
The ground
And so,
breaks.
like, one episode is about. Okay, so I don't remember a lot about this, but I remember that it was definitely like a post-apocalypse sort of world, or like a high-tech society future, one of those, you know how it is. And under 3, thank you as well for the follow. The people are like trying to find something. This is a horrible thing for me to talk about because I realize now I listened to this probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And I haven't thought about it once since the day I went, man, I think this kind of sucks.
Confidence surges.
I
as the
basically
enemy
just
crumbles.
remember that I left it going, this is very odd and I don't think it works because like it was just very strange. The main story that I remember is this scientist
No quarter.
gets on a train to go into work because he gets called into work for like, hey, we need to talk to you about some work you did. And he gets on this train and then some
In
dude
radiance may we find
is at the back of the
victory.
train, but then the train isn't real or something along those lines. And then the dude like beats the guy to death with his own arms and then it was a dream. Holy shit, you just crit healed for 30. You only needed to heal for 5, dude. That isn't a very fair assessment of what the story is, because I'm definitely missing pieces of it, but that's how I remember it, so,
As
you know.
victories mount, so too will resist.
It was very strange. He was like, I got on the train, like when they're interviewing him afterwards as to what happened, he's like, I got on the train at like I took the 4:15, and everyone was like, I took this number train. Everyone's like, that number train doesn't exist, and there were no trains at 4:15. That was supposed to be some big revelation that I was like, oh my god, this is so scary. I feel like they did it as like a big twist reveal, and then I went, wow, I'm so scared. He jumped onto a ghost train, and then some dude beat him to death with his own arms, except he didn't die, but he has wounds. And then I remember after that episode, I just turned the podcast off, and I was like, what on earth? It seems like a really cool idea, though. Like, I honestly believe it's a really cool idea, despite my impression of it that I'm giving you here. The idea of using Spotify as a way to basically just tell episodic stories sounds really cool. And I bet there's a lot of good shit like that on there. But I don't know, man. It's like my first impression of it wasn't very good, and I poked around at a few more, and I went, no, none of these seem very good either. And then I, just gave up, and I went, fuck it. I'm just gonna listen to fucking Emotion by Carly Rae Jepsen for the 100th time. What are we talking about? Man, Anime, you actually might be able to help me with this. I remember I actually sent you this like story that I'm trying to recollect here. And I was like, hey, you might like this. It was like a sci-fi podcast sort of thing on Spotify. If you remember what I'm talking about, please tell me. Gonna listen to Taylor Swift's newest album? Hell yeah, dude. That's what I would be doing.
Masterfully executed.
Think I'm done with you? Hardly. Mr. Pickle heals Inu. Inu doesn't bleed. Great job. Oh my god. Someday streamer will turn on song request. I can tell you with certainty that we will not be doing song request during Darkest Dungeon. Or basically any game like this. Recently? No, this was a few years ago that I sent this to you. And I can tell you, again, with certainty that I will not be doing it via bot unless I have someone here who's gonna watch the requests and verify them. $17. He does care. See that? Did you see Mr. Pickle heal Inu for a 17? He really does care.
Well struck.
Inu, why are you critting? These crits don't matter. What are you doing? Why are you healing Inu? Shouldn't you be beating him? I don't know. That's the question you're gonna have to take up with Inu. You guys are having a nice time here. You make someone bleed and then he why did I send that? I'll talk to you about that later.
This expedition
I will talk to you about
success.
that in context another time. Nice, that's a good buff. Probably rest soon. On non-boss combats, it's kind of weird for the timing to rest. Like, I need to get this shit out of my inventory. I think I need to toss these citrine. They're the cheapest gem. Oh my god. There's so much combat in here. No podcast. Okay, maybe I didn't. Maybe I might have sent it to you on Facebook, but that doesn't seem right. I don't know. Base Ook. Yeah, close. You know what? You were close. And that's all that matters. I'm gonna need you to hit your abilities, Mr. Pickle. I would really prefer it if you could do the damage. Does Inu have, like, slower? Why does Inu if I have 5 speed? Oh, because of the trinket. Makes sense. Stone Dagger does bonus damage versus blighted target. Ah, well, it doesn't do any bonus damage if you miss, babe. Didn't I send it to you on Facebook? You know what, Dagon? I'm sorry. Next time, dude. Next time. I haven't opened Facebook in a while. Like I said, I check Facebook like once a week nowadays. Back in the day, I used to spend a lot of time on Facebook, but I spend most of my time on Discord now, and also Twitter. Don't open the group chat. Okay. You got it. Oh, you know what I saw on Twitter today that I wanted to talk about? I saw that someone Someone did a reimagining of what? Why are you critting yourself? Why are you critting yourself, Mr. Pickle? What is wrong with you? You only need to heal like 7. Why are you critting? Now Inu has to heal your bleed away. Great job, Inu. I really used Facebook. Yeah, I used it on. I basically just used it as a messaging system. I never posted anything. Open your Facebook for the first time. 69 notifications. Hell yeah, dude. The thing that I've noticed is recently they're trying to push Facebook broadcasters by sending notifications. Don't open the Facebook chat. You know, this is the thing. People go, hey, do not open that chat. You don't want to see this. I'm not going to open the chat. Like, this isn't gonna work. You're not gonna reverse psychology me into opening the chat and then going, oh my god, I shouldn't have opened the chat. No, I'm just gonna not open it. Great job. You've done it. I've never been the type when someone goes, hey, don't do this, to go, I gotta do this. In my reactions to 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, oh yeah. That was good. Those were some good times. If he actually just doesn't want me to open it. I mean, then I'm not gonna open it. Like, literally no matter what, I just don't open it and then we win. What do I do here? What do I sell? No, get rid of the blood. I don't need this. No one's bleeding here. What the fuck? What the fuck? We literally fought 2 tiles ago. What is going on? This dungeon is massive. There's so many enemies. I can't take it. Get me out of here. You've been invited to a wedding. Dude, sick. Are you going? Getting messages of me finding out she's a robot and why you like her so much. Yeah, you know, I wish I had. I wish I could just forget 999 and Virtue's Last Reward and play those again, because man, they were good.
Success so clearly in view.
Or is it merely a trick of the light? Won't be a combat, thank you. Let's rest, everyone. Take 5. Great job, boys.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Good job, everyone. Great job. No one needs much of anything. I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, no one has nighttime guard. Huh. That's rough. Alright. Let's just clear some stress. I guess I should have just thrown the wood. You ate out for a bit, but you haven't gotten a disease yet. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, have you gotten a disease yet? No. Sorry, I misread that. No, you have not gotten a disease yet. You're doing good. Made it to 2018? Maybe I didn't send it to you. Or maybe it was a really long time ago. No. Ooh, food. Great job. Window of the wedding. I already knew about it and stuff. It was just funny. Didn't realize I sent you an invite via Facebook. Ah, shit.
Much worse than mere
Oh, it's just 3 dumb bone boys. Should be out of a dumpster if you're trying to get the disease IRL. Hey, I don't judge. Live your life. I'm not here to judge you. If you're going out with the intent to get food poisoning, oh yeah, dude. Please stop hitting me. Oh, Clover! There's like an ambience to this song that sounds like a helicopter. Do you hear it? Or am I crazy? Two bards who did Valhalla drinks? Yeah. So I saw on Twitter today, someone decided to do a reimagining of the Super Mario
Seize this
Brothers
momentum. Push on to the
Paper
task's
Mario.
end.
They did that game. You may have heard of it. And what they did is they reimagined the menu in the style of Persona 5. Now, I have not played Persona 5. I want to make sure that that is clear and known before I begin this line of reasoning. I have seen this menu a lot of times. I've got to tell you, I don't like the way the Persona 5 menu looks. Link? I'll find it after and send it to the Discord. I see people redoing this all these times. Like, everyone's out here like, hey, check this out, I'm gonna do this in the Persona 5 style. And I'm like, why? Like, it doesn't look that good. Can you just break the glass with a shovel? Hell yeah! You're like me in a Persona 5 style. I see all your anger, unsubbed guns. I'm gonna tell you, I mean, and you can throw your weeb rage at me all you want. I don't care if you're angry. I think that menu, I don't like the way it looks. Yeah, go ahead. It looks good. Get you. I get it. I'm a terrible person. The worst human to ever live for this opinion. That's fair. You're allowed to think that. And I will continue to tell you that it doesn't look very good. Oh, crest, we have like 200 of them. You're entitled to your opinion about the Persona 5 menu. But, like, it doesn't really strike me.
A fortune.
But I'm not. Alright, well, here's the thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but all of my opinions are right. I've never been wrong when talking about something on stream, so I'm sorry to tell you, but if you disagree, you're just, like, objectively wrong. So, you know, at least you have time to recognize now that your opinion is incorrect, and you can change your opinion. What is this image? Yeah, no, I don't like this. Like, I think that this menu looks strange. And I'm not a fan. Hey, Clover, synthesize more gold. Hell yeah, dude. He did it. The madman. Alright, not a bad mission, I would say. We got a lot of money.
Beacons in the darkness, stars in the emptiness of the void.
We got a lot of money, wow. I'm gonna try to keep stockpiling my money. Steady, minus 10% stress. On guard, bonus speed first round. Weak grip, minus 5% crit on melee skills. Inu has a bonus chance to scout in the code.
The shuffling dead are silenced. We have claimed dominion over the ruins once more.
Oh, we get bonus damage and resolve in the ruins on our next quest. Cool. Oh, people are dying from the curse again. How's Man Anime 2? Man Anime 2 has not left the bench yet. He's taking a... He's warming up the bench. Talking the battle menu? Yeah, I'm talking about the battle menu. Go clear these people out. Oh, hey, we have bonuses for the Prophet. Hell yeah. Let's go fight the sonorous Prophet. I know the trick to this fight. Don't worry. Let me think. I'm gonna wanna bring... I wanna bring Cranberry. I think I'm gonna wanna bring RBD. I'm definitely gonna want Poppet. Because I'm gonna wanna be able to do some light healing. And then bring Mary. Do this. YouTube, please do not play this with audio. No, this wasn't the video. I don't have a stress healer. I want to bring a stress healer? In stress healer in position 2? Campbell's Gaming. Oh yeah. Yeah. I like this a lot. We can just spam guard dog. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and unequip all trinkets. I'm gonna go ahead and sort by rarity. We can do Hound's Harry and Hound's Rush from 2. You can't stress heal from this position. Okay. Huh. I think it's fine. I don't think I should need stress heal. And get people who died. Yeah, I think there's an event. Yeah. Give you withstand. So this is going to be our team. The stress healing is maybe going to be problematic, but we'll see. It's a boss fight, so it should be.
In the end, every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
RBD hasn't even been leveled up one time. Here we are. And then let's upgrade the guild as well if I can. Need more paintings, of course. King JYK, you as well, for the follow. And it looks like you picked up a sub when Coke Gaming sub bombed us. Enjoy the emote. Get drunk with you. How about you get sober with me? That sound. Give the sub to the channel so you guess you'll follow it now. Hey, you know, if you want, I guess. I won't stop you. Party looks fine. Let's do it. We've got a good amount of money to gain interest on from the bank. We got a buff for going on this mission here. Let's see if this works out. I don't want to try changing it up, but I know bringing an occultist to this fight is a disaster. You're gonna bring... I don't want you to have the tough rinks. I want you to do... You're our damage dealer here. You're gonna deal the damage. You need to have lower. There's a steady charm of some sort, I think. Could also just lower his speed. Oh, you know what? Give him bonus damage. Bonus dodge and Looks good. Is there anything that gives him more dodge? Give him this. We'll give dodge to someone else. Vestal scroll, hell yeah. And give you good. And then for RBD, some garlic. And dodge stone. Taking the dodge stone. There we go. I know the trick. Like, I know the trick to most of these bosses, right? I fought a lot of these bosses on the low level at least like 2 or 3 times. So I have a decent idea of what the strategy is. Like, I know what we're getting into with the Prophet. Oh, Zagito, good evening. How dark is it? It's probably darkest, is what I would say, in this dungeon. RuneScape was the greatest idea ever. Hell yeah, dude. When you're a multi-billionaire, remember me on RuneScape and then give me a cut. Drink some holy water. And I'll let this man do some speaking.